Do you know what this is? To the whatever side of the camera screen, it is chamomile, like a tea bag, and bay leaf, and like two slivers of about 2 centimeters of a wild growing leaf of a cannabis plant that I found right before my birthday last year near my house. Just like one plant growing in the underbrush. And I found it and I was like, whoa. And I dried the leaves. I took the whole plant. And then I dried the leaves and I smoked the plant because I was like, is this an actual cannabis plant or is this hemp? And I took it home and I was super excited, and it was just like, it literally felt like the world was giving me a birthday gift for my birthday. I hope that's what it was. I hope it wasn't some trap, because I had experienced at that time like not being able to work because a customer who was like the worst sexual harasser, like at a restaurant, customer that I've ever experienced as an experience, because like he would harass the two waitresses, me and this other girl, at this pizza, like fancy pizza place. It wasn't like a Domino's. It was like, oh, we make our own pizza here, like fresh to order. It's fancy. On one side, it's a pizza place. On the other side, it's a bar that serves cider and beer. It was like one of those places. And the managers and the owners of that place didn't give a fuck that he was harassing us for about 2 weeks. Because they were like, oh, we know him. He lives in the building. Because it was on the first floor, on the ground floor of this building in this like slightly richer area. And they were basically saying like, the woman manager was a man and a woman. I mean, they're still there. And they live like right there. So like I'm in the neighborhood where this place is, and it's just super uncomfortable. And they actually didn't pay me for the last 2 weeks that I worked there because I was so stressed out by his harassment, me and the other waitress. She was like hiding behind me. She was like freaking out about it. But because the owners and managers of that place who were there daily, they weren't like far away. Because they, like the woman owner manager, she literally told me, she was like, oh, like I know he acts like this when he's drunk, but he's really a good person. And I was like, he's like walking around the bar slash pizza, like fancy pizza restaurant, literally like following us around. Like he literally, we the female waitresses would like go into the like dish cleaning area behind the pizza counter so that he literally wouldn't be able to get near us because he like respected the fact that the kitchen is not front of house, so he wouldn't like allow himself to go there. And he's this like big shot lawyer who's been like lawyering for a long time, and he's used to no one being able to say no to him. But it was the fact that like for about 2 weeks this couple who owns that restaurant, who was there every day, like this couple was there every day, they would like hang out there like in the bar area, like, you know and they would see this and they just would act like it was normal. So me and the other female waitress were gaslit into feeling like this is normal. It was just a very fucked up, like mind bending, gaslighting kind of place. And I was like trying to keep my job to pay rent. Like that's all. Do you know what I mean? And so it all escalated to the point where, while protecting my like female waitress, because she was like hiding behind me, and something inside of me clicked into this like masculine energy of protector, and I wish that didn't happen. So I went out there to, what also got activated was like the way that I would protect my younger brother and sister when my mother's alcoholic boyfriend, who was their father and my he was my stepfather. He was nothing to me, but he was in the house, and like that's their father, and they're my step sister and brother, and he would be an alcoholic, like going into rages in the middle of the night, and I would protect them and my mother from him. I would go into this state where I was like, I'm just gonna have to do whatever I can to like be protective. Like, like I have to like go up to this person physically and like conversate with them and try to like speak to their like drunk consciousness and like try to kind of like diffuse the situation like a diplomat or some shit. But not like a diplomat, like someone like trying to like diffuse a bomb. Like that's what I would do when I was a kid, and like that kind of consciousness got triggered and activated, and that's what I did. I went up there to him, and like there were male coworkers, like the pizza guy who made the pizzas, he was a guy. The other waiter was a guy. You know what I'm saying? And like all these customers are sitting around. And if I'm gonna be honest with you, it honestly felt like that place was kind of like a hangout option for people who are sadists. Like psychologically, they're sadists, and they want to see harm and violence being done to people in front of them like it's a show. So like where would people like that go to experience that? They would go to specific business locations that are serving that experience for them. And I believe that this place was one of those places. That's what I really have to say. You feel me? The logo for this place was a skull with like pizza slices coming out like a mohawk. And if you look, and that's the uniform that we had to wear as waiters. And I'm just kind of, it's like a vibe. It's like you don't like, if you put a skull on something, you're automatically a dark person. Maybe the only possible exception is like monks, because they do like, I saw like Orthodox monks on is it Greek? Like what's it called? It's like, if you're an Orthodox Christian, you know about this goddamn mountain, because it's like, I'm just aware of Orthodoxy. I don't claim any religion anymore. I'm trying to figure things out. But like, what's it called? Afon. The mountain is called Afon. And so there's like monasteries on there, and I was watching this documentary once, and like you literally see like a monk like showing around like a monastery, because there's like multiple monasteries on that mountain, and he's like showing where like this place is where there are all these skulls of all the monks who have been at that place, at that monastery, and they're all just like stacked on each other. It's like a room, and there's like a bunch of skulls. Like Sherlock, how he had a skull he talked to, right? But like this is like a room, and there's a monk, and he's giving you a tour, and there's just like hundreds of human skulls like stacked on each other in the corner behind like a little like, not a little, just like a gate, that's like wire gating, and then like they're just there, and you're sitting there watching this from like a religious perspective. When I was practicing Orthodox Christianity, it was normal, because I'm aware of monks, and I feel like I was a fucking monk, and like I feel like I was a monk in a past life, or like a past embodiment, like currently like the Gnostic Archon model of life is resonating with me the best. And so in that model of reality, souls are recycled. And so I'm like, right, I feel like I was an Orthodox monk, because when I was doing Orthodox like Christianity, I was like, in fact, like I went to church service once, and I would go to all the extracurricular activities. And this is not at all what I was thinking to talk about. I was just trying to record myself dancing and kind of like feeling happy, because although this is a chamomile and bay leaf joint with 2 slivers. When I say slivers, I mean like 1 millimeter across and about 20 centimeters long, of like a sliver of a cannabis leaf, not the actual bud where the people smoke. Like the leaf is not supposed to be something that gives you any experience of like what people use cannabis for. But I was like, I feel like I was desperate. I'm like, I don't have cannabis anymore. I don't have the one thing that gives me a break from all this torture that I experience being awake every day, and I can actually deal with my terrible life situations better, because it kind of like raises me above the stress cloud, you feel me, of whatever situations that are too much for me, and then I can actually like approach it like for like, this is a perfect example actually, because I was like, why am I going into talking about my old job? Because they didn't pay me what I like. if they were to pay me what they owe me, it would be 2/3 of my rent for the month. But so the guy slapped me on the butt when I went up to him to tell him, to try to like reason with him when I was activated into like protector mode, when she was literally hiding behind me in the little dishwashing area. Like it was something inside, and she was like protect me from him. And he's like done, like, you know, and I'm just like, the manager's is like right there. But since this place is an actual place for sadists to experience watching someone being violated, they're not gonna do anything. They're just like the providers of this experience for the customers who come here to experience like something bad happening and that they can observe. Like that's what it feels like to me. That's like the spiritual or like the invisible or like the energy realm meaning of this particular workplace. That's what we've established that I feel, right, about that place. But anyway, when I was talking to him and he was all drunk, right? And I was talking to him saying like, you know, she's not gonna come out. And I was trying to do that thing where like I'm jokey and like it's fine, that not that I'm like mad and like harassed and therefore like feeling like I'm not sure like how to deal with this. Like what's safety? I can't just quit. I need to have income. And then all of a sudden he snapped out of his drunken state of like and he got real lucid, real sober, and as quick as a snake, he smacked me on the ass. He turned around satisfied and walked away. Not swerving, not doing anything as if he was drunk. He just walked out. And then something in that moment of like, because the way that I was dealing with his harassment of me, like my ex female